everybody! Zangorwarrior is back, baby! It's been 3 years since I last reacted to the last My Little Pony episode, and it feels like so long too. I was trying to like fresh up my memory of what happens in the show, so I watched a couple of episodes of it to kind of refresh my mind on what actually happens in each episode, but not like all of them. It's just some episodes that I do tend to stick out in my mind, as well as a couple of others that I shouldn't really need the necessity to watch because it just doesn't feel any point. But you can say I have the pony fever. It's come back again. I got the shirt. I'm wearing it again just to be in the fever. And as you can see upstairs, all the toys are back. So from that point in time, I'm not really sure what actually happened with the pony community and what else happened in the show, because I'm like 3 seasons behind. I'm still so behind season 6. The first half of season 6, I got a lot of episodes to catch up on, apparently, after 3 years. So last time I reacted to a season 6 episode was called Gold Under Fire. That was the Spike episode that I did 3 years ago. And I stopped at no Second Prances, which was, I remember, slightly being a Trixie episode, because we already had one in Ghostbusters and Magic Duel. And now she's back again, because right now we have Starlight Glimmer to join the main 6, which is not the main 6 anymore, it's the main 7. So I suppose Starlight Glimmer is going to relearn the magic of friendship or whatever that Twilight Sparkle is trying to teach her. It's just a checklist to see if we can abide by all the stuff we had in the previous episodes, just so that she can actually catch up. And so she can have her own element, maybe. You know, I'm just theorizing at this point. I don't know if it actually happens or not, but you can probably let me know in the comments below that it probably does happen or not. Now, for the episodes I'm actually watching My Little Pony on, it's on Netflix. I live in the UK. UK Netflix only has 5 seasons of the show, as opposed to American Netflix, which only has 8. Season 9 is trying to wrap up right now, as of the time of this recording, and I'm just trying to catch up by that time. When it actually does conclude, then we can just move on to another generation and then just cry and scream and bitch and complain all day. That's pretty much what we do, right? So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and start reacting to No Second Prances. Let's go, boys.
First lesson of the day, we very carefully set the table without using magic, so that
You might think of being an alicorn in nature and you have to use magic in order to do things properly, but I don't know why certain lessons require you not to use magic just to try and think in the mind of an earth pony. I suppose if you want to understand their culture, you might as well not use your own magic in order to benefit your own abilities to do mundane chores, just like nesting foods and plates and knives and cutleries and all that. But then again, Starlight Glimmer will kind of buy anything that Twilight says these days.
I said no magic. You were supposed to do it by hoof so I could work in a friendship lesson.
You fail the rules! Go sit in the corner! Good day, sir! Also, I like how the plates are ornately designed with Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark. Are the other plates in the castle designed this way? Like, does Applejack get one her plate? Does Rarity get her own plate? Does Pinkie Pie get her own plate? I'm not sure if Starlight Glimmer has her own plate. I don't know if there's an actual antique store or an antique dinnerware store that actually does specialize in requiring to make the dishes this way because, you know, they're high royalty and everything. And it's the main 6, and they saved your butts a lot of times in the past. So you better treat us like hierarchy and all that. Also, you gotta love the details of the spork. 2 different sized forks, 2 knives, and 3 spoons. And again, it's kind of accustomed to having different cutleries in order to have certain meals. Because I remember when I was in Mayfair, I had to eat with a certain spoon in order to enjoy it. I'm like, what's the point? A bigger spoon, a bigger you can put it in your mouth, right? I don't know. High class society. Can't complain.
The whole point is for you to bring a new friend. That way the princess will see for herself just how far you've come.
Yeah, she's just kind of jumping this on you, so you better find a friend. You go to +1, otherwise this friendship lesson will never work out. The princesses will be really disappointed in you. Oh god, I just had this really weird vision where Starlight Glimmer actually becomes an alicorn. Nah, I don't think that'll happen.
Well, I can't choose. I like all your friends. That's the best part.
No, that's not one of the rules. You have to choose your favorite pony. Come on.
You have to make a new friend.
How many friends has he already made?
Friends?
I think I remember she's already made a friend from the Kitty Remark. I forgot what his name was. He's an orange pony and he was like a wizard, that kind of thing. And she had to like amend fences with him. What kind of other friends is she supposed to make? She already has like 7? And including Spike? That's 8. So, you know, I guess that's where Trixie comes into play.
Hey, maybe I'll just force friendships by magically enslaving the entire population of Ponyville!
Ha ha ha, that's a lovely callback there. But I swear to God, she might go back to doing that at some point. Just as a redemption. You taught me all these friendship lessons and they do jack shit, so I'm going back to my own way. Oh, that was instant. Proof that unicorns and alicorns are best superior race.
Meet Big Mac.
Yep.
He's not much of a talker.
Except when he dresses up as a girl. And he goes all out.
First impressions count a great deal, you know.
I'm glad you all got past my first impression.
That's kind of funny because it actually be the case in the last season.
When will it be ready?
3 weeks.
Dinner's tomorrow.
Okay, one sort of conflict that sort of feels contrived in one way, how they just spring the details on you and it's like, oh, we need to get it ready by tomorrow. Like, they just couldn't even bother to let you know in advance. Like, what is going on? What kind of structure and schedule does Ponyville have? Or Equestria has? Just bring on them the day before tomorrow comes. Like, well, thanks for making us have a conflict and stress about our fucking lives. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, but you already know me, so...
I don't think she knows you that well very much.
Sorry. Who's that? Come on, I'll introduce you.
Damn.
What's a Wonderbolt? You've never heard of
Whoa,
the
pause that. That's a lovely mean face. Put that on your forum meetings board. Everyone's gonna praise you for that face now.
You're adorable, but probably not what Twilight had in mind.
It's just a standard Fluttershy picnic with animals. You remember season 3 where she also has a picnic with animals? At the same place it was?
You ever have one of those days?
For me, they're all one of those days.
I remember that's Trixie behind Starlight Glimmer, because I don't know how she made it back to Ponyville despite the fact that she has been exiled there like twice. I guess she has to put on a different disguise and just go under another name. Maybe she actually produced like a fake ID of herself so that way she can avoid not being checked by security. Does Ponyville actually have a security check or a barrier or maybe a closed border, that kind of thing? So, because regardless of Ponyville, anybody could just come in and out. It's like an open border.
You know each other?
You could say that. We've had our differences.
Yeah, I remember that episode where she actually donned an alicorn amulet, which is actually full of evil magic to actually let her possess the most powerful magic in Equestria, that kind of thing. But Twilight's an alicorn now. Does she possess the same power as the alicorn amulet? We've seen her do light magic and dark magic in individual episodes. I don't think she needs ornaments to actually make herself more powerful. Then again, I suppose Trixie is just desperate because she's been exiled from Ponyville.
So, what brings you to Ponyville?
I didn't know knives were sharp, but I didn't realize you were this sharp.
But whatever she did, you've forgiven her, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Discord. No matter what his past was like, you still made him your friend. I'm not sure if the other princesses actually know of Trixie's past. Maybe she's actually, like, appeared in the newspaper somewhere and they just sort of read up about it. She's so full of herself, she actually puts dinnerware to form the shape of her. Like, what the hell?
The things I've done, I did them because I was jealous of Twilight.
I think jealousy kind of runs with every single pony in freaking Ponyville. It's just a driving force that makes them act out of place, and they learn a lesson after the end. And then, hug! It's always a hug. You can't end the episode without a hug.
I spend a lot of time on the road with my wagon, so it might be a tad messy.
And she's probably kind of forgotten about Snips and Snails, who are in school.
Psst.
Is it bzzzt or bzzd? You gotta be more specific.
I'll catch up.
Why is Twilight actually stalking these two? Is it because of Trixie? She hasn't let go of her past? I know this isn't the first time that Twilight Sparkle's become a complete stalker.
You can come out now.
Hey, Vinyl! Yeah, her actual name was DG Pone3. They actually made the name real, and it's canon in the show now. So I was kind of livid about that. And there's one thing about her, she never ever speaks a line of dialogue, so it's just biding in waiting to one day she'll actually come out and say something, at least.
You're better at magic. Only when I'm wearing a soul-sucking evil amulet.
Ah, they actually did call back to Magic Duel. Oh my god.
Only one magician has ever pulled it off. My hero, Houdini.
Okay, carry on. I would also like to note here that we haven't seen Manticore since the pilot, so that says a lot about how long this has aged. in some way.
Starlight Glimmer should be here any minute.
Celestia's not impressed. It's like, why did I come here? I spent all of my life just coming here, and this is what you give me?
She made 3 new friends.
Oh god, they actually came to the party.
What's going on? I'm hungry, and my nose is too hairy.
Well, I can fix that.
Maybe she got lost amongst the artichokes.
I need to look up on artichoke, actually. I have no idea what that is. Artichoke.
According to Wikipedia, the globe artichoke, also known as French artichoke and green artichoke in the USA, is a variety of a species of thistle cultivated as a food.
So she got lost in between the artichokes. Yeah. Sure, I'll buy that.
Has anyone seen Starlight Glimmer? I'm looking for her.
It's kind of an obvious thing to say.
Hey, do you know where Starlight Glimmer is? I'm looking for her.
You don't say? I thought you were going to ask her out to dinner.
So this is the humble and penitent Trixie's equestrian apology tour?
Ain't that a mouthful of molasses?
It's a working title.
How did she hear that from backstage? What? Even she has really good selective hearing, or it's the power of magic. Like, you could have made it so much more better if she had an apology tour at the castle, so that way Princess Celestia will have a view to look out from eating her dinner.
Your pupil chose me, so I win.
Which is funny because Twilight already has so many friends from other different cultures, so Trixie is like, ha! I made 1 friend today, in your face, you lose! I win, bye-bye!
Come and see the pathetic and friendless Trixie's way to go, dum-dum. You really messed it up this time. Repentance tour.
Is it a working title? Okay, she's probably gonna say something, it's a working title.
It's a working title!
Yeah, called it.
I'm proud to introduce my great and powerful assistant and best friend.
Funny how you could go from just being complete strangers to best friends immediately in like 1 day. I mean, scratch that. 1 afternoon and an evening. That's incredible.
How do you get your hair to do that all the time?
I suppose that's a question that has to be answered another time. Okay, I do like that. I was gonna say I do like to like how in this season, instead of just playing the theme song over and over again, they just play incidental background music just to fill in the variety of music it has. So Kathleen Barr returns as Trixie, the great and powerful Trixie, once again, and I'm trying to remember all the voice actors in this episode, as well as the main cast altogether, but there you go, that's what I got really. Kelly Sheridan. Oh, so that's the person who, wasn't there Ingrid Nilsson? I think she voices Maud or something. I don't know, it's been a long time since I watched the show. I can't remember every single thing. But there you go. I think so far that was like a little nice roundabout episode to get Trixie back into the limelight again, and just to discover that she has now been reformed means we're probably going to see a lot more of her in the future episodes. And I also like the inclusion of individual background ponies. Like we saw Derpy, and then we saw DJ Ponefree. We go back to Cranky Doodle again. They do actually have their appearances, and they're not actually like just here for a joke or a gag or anything. They have some presence because Twilight was sort of like thinking last minute arrangements because Starlight Glimmer had her own ideas to make a new friend. The dynamic was, yeah, it was kind of interesting because when it comes to Trixie, she does have this past that many people do tend to judge her on and don't give her a second chance, as well as Starlight Glimmer, so it makes sense how they're sort of familiar with each other in terms of their own past and everything. So I'm sensing this sort of dynamic to actually resonate in future episodes as well. Like we see actually more of them just actually getting along with each other, like Fluttershy and Discord and Piggy Pie and Applejack with the rest of the Pie families and the Apple family, that kind of thing. So it's sort of like stretched between like this deeper bond of friendship, which is weird because they only met each other for like a single afternoon or an evening, and they're somehow best friends already. Like in order to qualify as best friends, you have to do like a lot of things together before you can actually ensure your trust in them, that kind of thing. Because you don't even know them as of yet. You just sort of go by the basis of, oh, I have a terrible past. Oh, I have a terrible past. Oh, me too. Let's be best friends. It's like, okay. If that's the way friendship works in Equestria, then, you know, time just flows very fast, doesn't it? I don't think anything else really stands out in terms of important detail. You can't really supposed to remember the dinner. It's just to show that Twilight was actually very adamant that she was actually teaching somebody. Like, she was born, she was like a student to Princess Celestia, and now promoted to a princess, and now is actually promoted to a role of teacher. So she's teaching Starlight Glimmer the same lessons of friendship that she herself once experienced by herself. So she's kind of passing the torch, as it were. So, middle of the road episode, I don't think it's that bad. But I wouldn't really go as far to say there's really something special either. It's just kind of showcasing one side event where it's like, well, we had to reform somebody, you know? Because we can't keep having villains all the time. Who knows when they're going to reform Queen Chrysalis in the future, you know what I mean? Because this is about friendship and spreading friendship to every single corner of the globe, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's my whole take on the situation. I kind of like it. 5 out of 10.